Commander Alex Parker stared at the holographic display in front of him, the remnants of what was once the proud fleet of the Terran Alliance, now reduced to mere flickers of light fading into the void of space. The Galactic Council's treachery had been swift and merciless, catching humanity off guard in the midst of negotiations for peace. It had all started with the discovery of a new form of energy, one that promised to revolutionize space travel and usher in an era of prosperity for all sentient beings in the galaxy. Humanity had generously shared their findings with the Galactic Council, believing that it would be a beacon of hope in a universe plagued by conflict and scarcity. But instead of embracing this new technology as a means to unite the disparate factions of the galaxy, the Galactic Council had conspired against humanity. They had sought to monopolize the new energy source, using it as a weapon to assert their dominance over all other species. It was a betrayal of the highest order, one that had left the Terran Alliance reeling in shock and disbelief. Their fleets had been decimated, their colonies in ruins, and their people left to fend for themselves against the might of the Council's forces. As Commander Parker surveyed the devastation wrought upon his people, a fire ignited within him. This would not be the end of humanity. It would be a new beginning. The Council had underestimated the resilience and determination of the human spirit, and they would soon come to regret their treachery. Gathering the remaining members of his fleet, Commander Parker set course for the heart of Council space, determined to take the fight to their oppressors. It would be a risky gambit, one that could very well cost them everything, but they had no other choice. They would not go quietly into the night. They would stand and fight for their right to exist in this vast and unforgiving universe. As the remnants of the Terran Alliance fleet surged forward, their engines roaring with righteous fury, Commander Parker clung to the faint hope that maybe, just maybe, humanity's resilience would be enough to overcome the treachery of the Galactic Council. The Terran Alliance fleet navigated through the uncharted territories of space, their ships battered and bruised from the initial assaults by the Galactic Council. Commander Alex Parker stood on the bridge of his flagship, the Humanity's Resolve, his gaze fixed on the swirling vortex of energy that marked the entrance to Council space. The crew worked tirelessly to repair damaged systems and strategize their approach, knowing that the odds were stacked against them. But the fire of determination burned brightly in their eyes, fueled by the injustices committed against their people and the desire to reclaim what was rightfully theirs. As they plunged into Council space, they were met with a barrage of enemy fire. The Council's fleet, vast and imposing, swarmed around them like a swarm of angry bees, their weapons blazing with deadly intent. But the Terran Alliance fleet did not waver. They met the enemy head-on, their own weapons firing with precision and purpose. The battle raged on for what felt like an eternity, the space around them erupting in a symphony of destruction and chaos. Ships on both sides were torn apart, explosions lighting up the darkness of space as the clash of metal and energy reverberated through the void. Commander Parker gritted his teeth as he fought to keep his ship on course, maneuvering through the maelstrom of combat with skill and determination. The enemy was relentless, their forces seemingly endless, but the Terran Alliance fleet refused to back down. Amidst the chaos, a glimmer of hope emerged. A weakness in the Council's defenses was spotted, a gap in their formation that could be exploited to gain the upper hand. With a fierce battle cry, Commander Parker gave the order to press the attack, leading his fleet into the breach with unwavering resolve. The tide of battle turned as the Terran Alliance forces pushed deeper into Council territory, striking at the heart of their oppressors with ferocity and precision. The enemy's ranks began to falter, their once overwhelming advantage crumbling before the tenacity of humanity's warriors. As the remnants of the Council's fleet scattered in disarray, Commander Parker allowed himself a moment of relief. The Battle of Resolve had been won, a testament to the resilience and determination of the human spirit in the face of overwhelming odds. But the war was far from over. The Galactic Council would not take their defeat lightly, and they would surely retaliate with all the fury of a scorned enemy. Commander Parker knew that more challenges lay ahead, but as he looked out at the stars beyond, he knew that humanity's resilience would see them through whatever trials awaited them in the unforgiving expanse of space. Following the decisive victory at the Battle of Resolve, the Terran Alliance fleet regrouped and consolidated their gains. Commander Alex Parker and his crew knew that they could not afford to rest on their laurels. for the Galactic Council would undoubtedly be plotting their next move. As repairs were underway on the damaged ships, discussions were held among the Alliance leadership on their next course of action. It became clear that they needed allies if they were to stand a chance against the might of the Council, and thus began the arduous task of reaching out to other species in the galaxy who had also been wronged by the Council's treachery. One by one, the Alliance diplomats made contact with various factions and civilizations, sharing their story of betrayal and the struggle for survival. Some were skeptical, others hesitant, but there were those who recognized the bravery and resilience of the humans and saw an opportunity to strike back against the oppressive regime of the Galactic Council. Slowly but surely, a coalition of alien races began to form, united by a common goal: to bring down the Council and restore balance to the galaxy. The Alliance Reborn, as they came to be known, was a diverse and formidable force, comprised of species with unique abilities and technologies that complemented one another. Commander Parker stood before the gathered leaders of the Alliance Reborn, a sense of unity and purpose filling the chamber. Together, they devised a bold plan to launch a coordinated strike against the Council's stronghold, a massive space station that served as their central command hub. The assault was meticulously planned, each faction playing a crucial role in the operation. The Alliance Reborn ships moved through space like a symphony of destruction, their weapons primed and their resolve unshakable. As they descended upon the Council's space station, a fierce battle ensued. The defenders fought tooth and nail to protect their bastion, but they were no match for the determination and prowess of the Alliance Reborn forces. In a climactic showdown, Commander Parker led the final assault on the station's core, facing off against the Council's elite guard in a brutal showdown. The echoes of battle reverberated through the corridors as laser fire and explosions lit up the station in a dazzling display of warfare. With a final push, the Alliance Reborn forces overwhelmed the Council's defenses, breaching the station's central chamber. As Commander Parker stood victorious amidst the wreckage, he knew that this was not just a victory for humanity, but for all those who had suffered under the Council's tyranny. The Alliance Reborn had emerged triumphant, a shining beacon of hope in a galaxy gripped by darkness. As they gazed out at the stars beyond, they knew that the fight was far from over, but with unity, resilience, and a shared purpose, they were prepared to face whatever challenges lay ahead. The Galactic Council's treachery had backfired spectacularly, igniting a spark of defiance that would burn brightly across the cosmos, a testament to the indomitable spirit of all those who dared to stand against oppression. In the aftermath of the Alliance Reborn's victory over the Galactic Council, the galaxy quivered with the weight of change. Shattered remnants of the Council's once mighty empire drifted aimlessly through the vastness of space, while the Alliance Reborn began the arduous task of rebuilding what had been lost. On the war-torn planet of Earth, humanity worked tirelessly to repair the damage inflicted upon their colonies and infrastructure. The scars of battle ran deep, but amidst the rubble and debris, a sense of hope and determination took root. The spirit of resilience that had carried them through the darkest of days now propelled them forward, driving them to rise from the ashes stronger and more united than ever before. Across the galaxy, the Alliance Reborn extended a hand of friendship to those civilizations who had suffered under the Council's oppression, offering aid and support in rebuilding their shattered worlds. Old grievances were set aside as former enemies banded together in a shared effort to forge a new future built on trust and cooperation. Commander Alex Parker found himself at the forefront of this monumental task, serving as a beacon of leadership and inspiration for the Alliance Reborn. His unwavering commitment to justice and his steadfast belief in the power of unity resonated with beings of all species, fostering a sense of camaraderie and brotherhood among the diverse factions of the Alliance. As the rebuilding efforts progressed, stories of heroism and sacrifice during the war began to emerge, weaving a tapestry of unity and resilience that transcended species and borders. The bonds forged in the crucible of battle now formed the foundation of a new era of peace and cooperation in the galaxy. Amidst the reconstruction efforts, the Alliance Reborn established a council to oversee the governance of the newly liberated territories, with representatives from each allied faction coming together to ensure that the mistakes of the past would not be repeated. Discussions on intergalactic trade, diplomacy, and mutual defense flourished, laying the groundwork for a future of prosperity and harmony among the stars. As Commander Parker surveyed the progress being made, a sense of optimism filled his heart. The scars of war may never fully heal, but from the ashes of conflict, a new galaxy was emerging, one defined by resilience, unity, and the unbreakable spirit of those who dared to defy tyranny and fight for a better tomorrow. With the Alliance Reborn standing as a shining example of what could be achieved through cooperation and solidarity, the galaxy looked towards the future with newfound hope and a sense of boundless possibility. The treachery of the Galactic Council had ignited a flame of defiance that would never be extinguished, a beacon of light that would guide the way towards a brighter tomorrow for all sentient beings in the cosmos. Years had passed since the fall of the Galactic Council and the rise of the Alliance Reborn. The galaxy had undergone a transformation unlike anything seen before, with worlds once ravaged by war now thriving in the light of peace and cooperation. Trade flourished, knowledge was shared freely among species, and a sense of unity bound them together as never before. Commander Alex Parker sat in the chambers of the Alliance Reborn Council, surrounded by representatives from a multitude of species who had once been divided by mistrust and conflict. They now worked together as equals, forging agreements and treaties that would benefit all members of the Alliance and ensure a future of prosperity and understanding. As the Council deliberated on matters of intergalactic policy and security, reports streamed in from the far reaches of the galaxy, each one telling a story of progress and renewal. Colonies that had been devastated by the Council's tyranny were now thriving hubs of activity, their populations united in a shared vision of a brighter future. But even amidst the peace and prosperity, Commander Parker knew that challenges still lay ahead. There were those who harbored resentment towards the Alliance Reborn, remnants of the old order who sought to sow discord and chaos in their wake. Pirates and marauders preyed on the fringes of known space, posing a threat to the fragile peace that had been established. In response to these threats, the Alliance Reborn had formed a fleet of peacekeepers, a formidable armada comprised of ships from all member species that patrolled the galaxy, safeguarding trade routes and responding to threats with swiftness and precision. Commander Parker oversaw the fleet's operations, leading them into battle against those who would seek to disrupt the hard-won peace of the galaxy. As he stood on the bridge of his flagship, the Unity's vanguard, Commander Parker felt a sense of pride and fulfillment. The battles they fought now were not ones of conquest or domination, but of defense and protection, ensuring that the galaxy remained a place of safety and prosperity for all who inhabited it. The stars shone brightly outside the viewport, a beacon of hope and possibility that stretched out into the infinite expanse of space. Commander Parker knew that the road ahead would not be easy, but with the unity and resilience that had carried them through the darkest of days, he was confident that the Alliance Reborn would continue to shine as a guiding light in the uncharted territories of the cosmos. As the galaxy embraced a new dawn of cooperation and understanding, a future of boundless potential lay before them, a testament to the enduring spirit of those who had dared to defy the odds and forge a path towards a brighter tomorrow for all sentient beings in the universe. As the years passed, the Alliance Reborn flourished, becoming a beacon of hope and unity in the galaxy. Trade flourished, cultural exchanges blossomed, and scientific discoveries propelled civilization to new heights of knowledge and understanding. The galaxy was at peace, a testament to the resilience and determination of those who had fought against tyranny and oppression. Commander Alex Parker had retired from active duty, but his legacy lived on in the hearts and minds of those who had served alongside him. He spent his days traveling the galaxy, visiting worlds that had been liberated from the Council's rule, and witnessing firsthand the progress that had been made in the wake of their victory. On a distant planet at the edge of known space, Commander Parker found himself in the midst of a celebration. The inhabitants of this world, a species known as the Ashara, were marking the anniversary of their liberation from the Council's tyranny, a joyous occasion filled with music, dance, and laughter. As Commander Parker watched the festivities unfold, a group of young Ashara approached him, their eyes filled with curiosity and admiration. They had heard tales of the legendary human who had led the Alliance Reborn to victory and wanted to hear his stories firsthand. Sitting beneath the starlit sky, Commander Parker regaled the young Ashara with stories of battles fought and victories won, of unity and resilience in the face of overwhelming odds. He spoke of the sacrifices made by beings of all species in the pursuit of freedom and justice, instilling in the young minds a sense of hope and determination for the future. As the night wore on, Commander Parker looked up at the shimmering expanse of stars above, feeling a sense of peace and fulfillment wash over him. The journey that had begun with treachery and betrayal had led to this moment, a time of harmony and cooperation among the diverse inhabitants of the galaxy. The next morning, as Commander Parker prepared to depart, the young Ashara gathered around him, their eyes shining with gratitude and respect. They thanked him for his wisdom and guidance, for showing them that in the face of adversity, unity and perseverance could conquer even the darkest of days. With a final wave goodbye, Commander Parker boarded his ship and set a course for the next destination, knowing that the journey of the Alliance Reborn was far from over. There were still worlds to visit, alliances to strengthen, and challenges to overcome, but as long as the spirit of unity and resilience burned bright in the hearts of all sentient beings in the galaxy, there was no obstacle that could not be overcome. And so, the journey continued, a tapestry of hope and possibility unfurling across the stars, guided by the unwavering spirit of those who dared to forge a path towards a future where peace, prosperity, and understanding reigned supreme. As the Alliance Reborn continued their journey of unity and cooperation, a new and unforeseen threat loomed on the horizon, casting a shadow over the galaxy. Rumors began to circulate of a powerful and enigmatic force that had begun to sow chaos and discord in the outer reaches of known space, striking without warning and vanishing into the void like wraiths. Commander Alex Parker, now an elder statesman revered for his leadership during the war against the Galactic Council, received reports of these mysterious attacks with concern. The Alliance Reborn had worked tirelessly to maintain peace and stability in the galaxy, but this new threat posed a challenge unlike any they had faced before. Gathering the leaders of the Alliance, Commander Parker outlined the reports and evidence of the attacks, urging caution and vigilance as they sought to uncover the identity and motives of these elusive adversaries. The unity that had once bound them together now served as their greatest strength in the face of this looming danger. As the Alliance Reborn deployed reconnaissance missions and bolstered their defenses, the true extent of the threat became clear. The attackers, known only as the Shadow Syndicate, were a ruthless and shadowy organization bent on chaos and destruction, their motives shrouded in mystery and their methods devastating in their efficiency. The Shadow Syndicate struck with precision and ferocity, targeting key ships and outposts with surgical strikes that left no survivors. Their technology and tactics were unlike anything seen before, confounding even the most seasoned veterans of the Alliance and sending shockwaves of fear through the galaxy. As the Alliance scrambled to respond to the escalating attacks, Commander Parker knew that they faced a formidable foe unlike any they had encountered before. The Shadow Syndicate operated with a cunning and ruthlessness that seemed to defy comprehension, their motives obscured by a veil of darkness that made them all the more dangerous. But Commander Parker refused to give in to despair. Drawing upon the lessons of unity and resilience that had guided them through past trials, he rallied the Alliance once more, inspiring them to stand together in the face of this new threat and forge a path towards a future where peace and harmony could triumph over fear and chaos. With the fate of the galaxy hanging in the balance, Commander Parker and the Alliance Reborn prepared to confront the Shadow Syndicate head-on, their resolve unshakable and their determination unwavering. The journey of unity and cooperation had reached a critical juncture, and only by standing together as one could they hope to overcome the dark forces that sought to tear their fragile alliance apart. The galaxy trembled as the conflict with the enigmatic Shadow Syndicate escalated, their attacks growing bolder and more devastating with each passing cycle. Worlds once bathed in the glow of peace now lay in ruins, their populations scattered and fearful, unsure of what the next dawn might bring. Commander Alex Parker and the leaders of the Alliance Reborn gathered in the war room aboard the flagship, Unity's vanguard, their faces etched with determination and concern. The reports of the Shadow Syndicate's latest assault painted a grim picture of destruction and chaos, the perpetrators seeming to strike with impunity and vanish into the darkness of space. As they debated their next course of action, a distress call crackled over the communications channel, A remote outpost on the fringes of Alliance territory was under attack by the Shadow Syndicate. Without hesitation, Commander Parker gave the order to mobilize the fleet, determined to confront this new threat head-on and protect those under their care. The Alliance reborn ships streaked through space at full throttle, their engines roaring with power and their weapons primed for battle. As they arrived at the besieged outpost, they were met with a scene of devastation, the Shadow Syndicate forces moving with ruthless efficiency, leaving destruction in their wake. The battle that followed was fierce and relentless, with lasers flashing and explosions lighting up the void as the Alliance Reborn clashed with the Shadow Syndicate's mysterious forces. The enemy struck with cunning and precision, their tactics designed to sow chaos and confusion among the Alliance ranks. Commander Parker led the charge, his flagship at the forefront of the fray, engaging the enemy with skill and determination. As the battle raged on, a sense of urgency gripped him. This was not just a fight for survival, but a battle for the very soul of the galaxy, a test of whether unity and resilience could stand against the darkness that threatened to engulf them. In a decisive maneuver, Commander Parker and the Alliance forces turned the tide of battle, overwhelming the Shadow Syndicate with their combined strength and unwavering resolve. The enemy's ranks faltered, their forces scattered and broken before the righteous fury of the Alliance's counterattack. As the last remnants of the Shadow Syndicate fled into the depths of space, Commander Parker knew that the war was far from over. The galaxy stood on the brink of a new conflict, one that would test the Alliance's unity and resilience like never before. But in the aftermath of the battle, as the smoke cleared and the wounded were tended to, a glimmer of hope shone through the darkness. The Alliance had stood strong in the face of adversity, pushing back against the Shadow Syndicate's malevolent forces with courage and determination. As Commander Parker surveyed the stars above, a sense of determination filled his heart. The journey of unity and cooperation would continue, despite the challenges that lay ahead. The Alliance would persevere, drawing strength from their shared purpose and the unwavering spirit of those who dared to stand against the shadows that threatened to consume them. The years passed, and Jack Thompson's journey through the stars had taken him to the farthest reaches of the galaxy. His tireless dedication to the cause of unity and peace had earned him a place in the hearts of all who called the Galactic Alliance home. As a respected elder statesman of the Alliance, Jack's wisdom and leadership were sought after by leaders and soldiers alike. Despite the relative peace that had settled over the galaxy, a new challenge loomed on the horizon, an ominous threat that stirred whispers of fear and uncertainty among the Alliance worlds. Reports of a mysterious cosmic anomaly known as the Rift, a tear in the fabric of space-time that devoured entire star systems without warning, sent tremors of unease through the core worlds of the Alliance. As the Galactic Alliance mobilized to confront this unprecedented danger, Jack was once again called upon to lead the charge. With a heavy heart and a steely resolve, he assembled a diverse coalition of allies from across the galaxy, each bringing their unique skills and strengths to the table in a unified front against the enigmatic Rift. The journey to the heart of the Rift was fraught with danger and uncertainty, as the anomaly defied all attempts to understand its origins or purpose. Jack and his allies braved treacherous cosmic storms, navigated through unstable rifts in space, and faced off against formidable cosmic entities that seemed to challenge the very laws of nature. As they delved deeper into the void surrounding the Rift, a sense of foreboding gripped the hearts of all who ventured forth. The whispers of ancient cosmic forces echoed through the void, hinting at a power beyond comprehension that threatened to consume everything in its path. In the heart of the Rift, a titanic battle unfolded, a clash of wills and powers that shook the very foundations of reality. Jack's leadership and courage shone through as he guided his allies with unwavering resolve, unleashing a coordinated assault that sought to sever the Rift's hold on the galaxy once and for all. As cosmic energies clashed and reality itself seemed to bend and warp around them, Jack stood at the forefront of the battle, his eyes fixed on the swirling maelstrom of chaos before him. With a final defiant cry, he led the charge against the heart of the anomaly, determined to bring an end to the threat that loomed over the galaxy. And in a blinding flash of light, the Rift collapsed in on itself, its malevolent influence dispersing into the void as quickly as it had appeared. The galaxy was safe once more, its future secured by the courage and sacrifice of those who had stood against the darkness. As the stars once again shone brightly in the sky, A profound sense of peace washed over Jack. The threat of the rift may have been vanquished, but his journey was far from over. The galaxy remained a vast and wondrous expanse, filled with endless possibilities and untold adventures waiting to be discovered. With a sense of optimism and hope for the future, Jack Thompson gazed out at the stars, ready to embrace the next chapter in his never-ending odyssey through the cosmos. And as he set forth once more into the unknown, his spirit unbroken and his resolve unwavering, he knew that the galaxy would always have a champion in him, a beacon of light in the infinite darkness of space.